Now, there are currently no studies I'm aware of that have ever been designed to explore how eating a vegan or vegetarian diet affects people with mental illnesses. So there's no scientific support for the recommendation of these dietary patterns for the treatment or prevention of psychiatric conditions. But there have been studies of vegan and vegetarian diets that have been conducted to explore their effect on physical health. But unfortunately, all of the studies that I'm aware of to date suffer from the same serious design flaw, which is that researchers didn't simply reduce or eliminate animal foods in these experiments. They also manipulated numerous other lifestyle variables like exercise, stress, smoking, and alcohol use. And they also removed all the junk food, including the refined carbohydrates. So there's really no way to know which of these changes may have been responsible for the reported health benefits in these studies. It is intellectually dishonest and potentially dangerous from a public health standpoint to claim that meatlessness was the magic bullet. Now, despite this lack of scientific grounding, the US Dietary Guidelines, the WHO Report on Meat and Cancer, and the Eat Lancet report, arguably the three most influential nutrition documents in the world, all discourage the consumption of animal foods in general and red meat in particular, with the anti-meat messaging becoming stronger over time until the publication of Eat Lancet in 2019, which went to the extreme of recommending that everyone in the world aspire to virtually eliminate not just meat, but all animal foods from their diets. Now, I gave an entire presentation critiquing these documents, if you're interested in this subject, which is freely available on YouTube for those interested in learning more. But the bottom line is that the arguments used in these very influential documents are not only illogical, they're not grounded in any scientific evidence or human clinical trials. Simply removing animal foods from the diet for the purpose of improving any aspect of health remains an untested hypothesis, a grand human experiment with clear, well-documented nutritional risks and no proven benefits to date. For all of these reasons, I'm convinced that a brain-healthy diet should include nutritious animal protein and fat and exclude anti-nutritious grains and legumes. Therefore, a so-called paleo diet of whole plant and animal foods that excludes grains and legumes is likely a superior dietary strategy for nourishing and protecting the brain, and far better reflects our evolutionary history as well. Basically, that's the diet that the brain grew up on. So we've established that the brain needs dietary protein and fat. What about carbohydrate? Doesn't the brain need sugar for energy? Well, yes, the brain does require some glucose to be available at all times, but the human body can make glucose from scratch out of fat and protein, smoothly, reliably, around the clock, without any peaks or valleys or drama. So dietary carbohydrate is optional. If you choose to include carbohydrate in your diet, it's important to choose wisely, meaning whole fruits and root vegetables, ideally, because refined carbohydrates like sugar, flour, fruit juice, and cereal products cause unnaturally steep spikes in glucose and insulin levels that can destabilize and damage the brain.